Inflation hit our pocketbooks everywhere, from the grocery store to our retirement accounts. When inflation rose 7%, the rate is back down, but it will take most of us years to make up for those losses. Instead of crying over spilled milk, why not stop your accounts from ever losing money again? And with the right preparation, you can even retire earlier than expected. Here to share how one simple complimentary analysis could change your financial future is Safe Money advisor Tracy Lamson with Lamson Retirement Solutions. Hello there, Tracy.
Good morning, Deborah. How are you?
All right, a lot of power in a word.
Oh, I'm
Safe
telling you.
Money advisor.
Yeah.
And you came into that, as we said many times on the show, because you had gotten a lot of bad money advice after tragedy entered your life. You know, your husband had passed away, you had 2 kids to take care of, and you decided this will never happen to you again and anyone else again. All right. Inflation. First of all, a lot of us don't even really know what that word means.
Yeah, what is that? Is that probably too many dollars chasing after too few of goods, or vice versa, whichever. It's where we have too many dollars and there's not enough there, so the prices are going to go up.
Yeah.
The last 3 years since COVID, it's been what, 7, 6, 5%. It's going up, which means that the cost of those goods has gone up 6%, 7%. Since the same time last year to get those.
And we all noticed it in the grocery store. All of a sudden, I remember walking out with, a few bags of groceries. I was walking out with one that cost even more.
Exactly. Isn't that insane? So instead of people trying to think about saving and their future, they're just trying to pay for the groceries.
Yeah.
I mean, the Thanksgiving meal, how much?
Well, here's the problem.
I'm going to argue that inflation number with you.
Right. Here's the problem is we see and feel it when we do our day-to-day activities like the grocery store and stuff. But people don't see and feel it in their retirement accounts because we're not paying attention to it.
Right. Because we're thinking if we just don't look at it, it'll go away or it'll fix itself. Yeah. It's not going to happen. And the sooner that we realize that this is a painless step, and it's especially if you haven't talked to anyone since COVID. Look at the inflation, how it's gone up. And last year, the average IRA lost 25%.
Yeah.
So you've gone up about 30% inflation, and then you've lost about 25% in the average IRA account.
And here's the thing. People are like, okay, well, inflation's down now, so we should be okay. The problem is when you lose, it takes you much longer to build it back up.
Well, and how do you think you're going to go into HEB or anywhere for that fact, and that it's going to go down? Oh, we've decided because inflation, prices are going, that we can go ahead and lower our prices.
Here's the problem. For businesses, it goes up for them too.
Absolutely.
Everybody's shucking and driving, trying to make it work, right?
It's a domino chain effect for everyone.
So the hardest thing to do is to look at what you have, so you know where you're going.
Right.
You have a free financial analysis. And how often, by the way, do you suggest people come in? Is it a standard amount of time a year, or is it especially when we see certain volatility?
Well, I'm going to say every year you should be talking to someone about your situation, your future, any goals that have changed. But you made it really sound interesting about how one phone call or one appointment can literally change your life.
Yeah.
It can. And I'm not your typical financial planner that wants you to be, we're going to count every single penny you spend. No, I'm the one, in of course, our situation at the office where I'm like, how much can I spend? How much can I spend?
Yeah.
I want the freedom to spend, and I don't want to live on the way that the market's going. Oh,
as
this
you
month
always
it's
say,
down.
you want someone to go into retirement, enjoying the ride down the highway, not eyeing the gas gauge.
Exactly.
So when you do the financial analysis, people come in, sit down, you spread it all out on the table, because you have to know where you are.
Yeah, I mean, don't think that we're going to be able to lay your future out in front of you if you don't give us the information. We don't want to count numbers. We need to know your plan as it is today, a snapshot of your current financial situation, and then we want to talk to you. We want to talk about your family. We want to talk about your health. We want to get an idea, again, all we can do is an estimated guess. How long are you going to live? Baby boomers' number one fear is outliving their money.
Yeah.
We can give you basically a license to spend because you're never going to run out of that money.
The other thing you can do is start protecting accounts where you're never going to lose money.
That goes with the hand deal here. When the market goes up, our clients' money goes up. When the market goes down, our clients stay there. They never lose a dime. Those 25% of IRAs that lost 25% last year, that wasn't our clients because they didn't lose a dime.
Wow, 25%. That's brutal.
Yeah,
And
think
then, of
about
course,
that. How many
401ks,
years
yeah.
are you going to have to work, or how many years can we save to where you're never starting, below zero? That compound interest is a magical word that people don't realize until they start seeing the numbers.
And to your point, how many more years do they have to work past retirement to make up for
That's
something?
right.
So in this case, if you do the right thing, you can retire on time
Exactly.
as you projected. The other thing that makes you different is that it's a modern way of investing because there are so many different tools to use, and not everything's the same for everybody. A lot of us, the 401k was the big deal in the 90s.
what
I
we
remember.
heard.
Yeah,
That's
it was
right.
like, that's what, but there's more to it than that. And as we saw, the 401k is, it's vulnerable.
Yeah, what happens, what's the market going to do the year you plan to retire? 20 years, 10 years? I don't know. If you could tell me, we would all know how to plan better. Since we don't, we're going to plan where we're never going to go backwards, and we're not going to have to suffer those years. I had clients, even in '08, we would have worked an extra year, people, to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. It doesn't make sense. It's thinking outside of the box, right, which I'm definitely one of those, call me a little crazy, but if I didn't think outside of the box, then I don't think we'd be here. But it's about, wait a minute, we didn't work all of our lives so that we could just give it away to someone.
Yeah.
I want to protect it and make sure I can spend all that money.
And speaking of outside of the box, it's like, okay, so there's your markets, which a lot of us don't even understand.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
what's up today? Oh, that is fantastic, right? I have no idea.
I'm
but
with
one
you.
thing I do understand is real estate. That's tangible
right.
to
That's
me.
right.
And
Exactly.
you all can help people with some of those negotiations on
Absolutely,
that.
because it's about changes in your life. What do you need at that time? Medicare, homeowners, car insurance, everything that you're having to deal with in retirement. That's what we're striving to be able to satisfy all of those needs.
Precious metals. We know you hear about gold and silver, right?
Exactly.
If somebody wants to get into that.
Right.
Wealth management, which
Right.
overall is what you're doing.
Right.
Life insurance policies, things like annuities. People have been told, oh, all annuities are bad.
Yeah.
You're like, I look very closely at everything. They're not all bad.
I've had one since 2006, so let's talk about it and
Yeah.
see, okay? Because, I'm very comfortable. I know how much I can spend, and I don't have to worry about ever running out of money.
Yeah, all right. You have the WTF podcast. It's
Yeah.
not what you think, people. It's What the Finance.
What the finance.
Finance,
And we
okay.
have such a good time. It sometimes takes us a little bit to get into it, but we're going to talk about finance. We're going to talk about what a 28-year-old would need in order to, we talked about that last time, I think. A 28-year-old with $25,000, and we can turn it into a $12,000 paycheck when they retire.
Wow. And
Guaranteed.
Then they can take care of us.
That's
All
right. If we just start that a little bit younger with our kids.
Tracy, thank you very much.
Thanks,
The bottom
Deborah.
line is money invested with you is safe. All right.
Yes.
Lamson Retirement Solutions has a special offer. The first 50 people who call and schedule an appointment this week will receive a complimentary financial analysis. That is a $500 value for free. You must mention Great Day Houston to get this offer. It includes a blueprint of your current financial situation and how to align your investment strategies with your retirement goals. If you're tired of hemorrhaging money in the market, give Lamson a call to start protecting your financial future right away. To see how Tracy can help protect your money, call 281-459-0023. Again, that is 281-459-0023, or log on to lamsoninc.com for more information. And again, you got to have something to start with. So you can't walk in with nothing and say, hey, make me some money, but she can help you protect your money.